we're going to update an outdated country mantel to a modern farmhouse floating mantel with matching shelves. Welcome back to our YouTube channel. If you are new here, I'm Carla from Vintage Hip Decor. Vintage Hip Decor is our home decor business. How many times can I say home decor? One more time, home decor. And here on our channel, we love inspiring you to see your own home in a new light and empowering you to show you that you absolutely have the power to transform your space, to decorate it and to make it feel beautiful, to better serve you and your family. And that is exactly what we get to do in this video today, in person with one of our YouTube viewers. Well, actually, Allison was a client turned YouTube viewer. Hi Allison. And she asked us for advice on how to update her outdated country mantel. And we had a little bit more than just advice for her. We actually set out and built her a brand new modern floating mantel with matching shelves and took all of that to her home and installed it for her to help create the modern farmhouse fireplace she's always been dreaming of. And we are going to share that process from start to finish with you right now. If you love watching home decor makeovers and would like to build up your own confidence for decorating, you're definitely going to want to stick around. Hit that subscribe button and keep hanging out with us because that is exactly what you'll find here on our channel. This whole process started with designing the makeover for this modern farmhouse fireplace wall. My mom Amanda and I created a design dilemma episode where we showed the space before and spoke about what changes we thought would improve the space. I'll link that video at the end for you, but as a quick recap, Allison knew she wanted floating shelves to flank the fireplace, and we recommended a modern farmhouse floating mantel to replace the outdated one to better complement the new shelves. After planning all of that out, it was time to head to the hardware store to get all of the lumber we needed to build the floating mantel and shelves. We are a family team here at Vintage Hip Decor, and my dad Benny works with us to help build and refinish whatever we need. He designed the plans for the mantel and shelves and picked out all of the lumber. We got 3 1x3 inch pine planks to serve as the sides of the shelves. We also got 2 1x10 pine boards that would become the top and bottom of the mantel, as well as 4 1x8 inch boards for the top and bottom of the shelves. Later on, we went back to get 1x6 inch planks for the sides of the mantel. After getting all of that, it was time to head down to our home studio located in our basement. In past videos, you've always seen me work on projects outside in our backyard, but as you can see, it is currently covered in 2 feet of snow, so we are working inside today. My dad started by ripping all of the pine planks at a 45-degree angle along all of the edges. The goal is to cut all of the edges, except for the back edges of the mantel and shelves that will be against the wall, at a 45-degree angle so that once glued and nailed together, they would create a box that would look like it was just one solid beam. You'll see that come together as my dad starts to assemble everything. To create the mantel, he took one of the 1x10 inch planks with the angled edges and glued on the front, which was a 1x6 inch plank. He secured that into place with a 15 gauge nail gun with 2-inch brad nails. But he did forget to turn on the compressor for the nail gun, and I had myself a pretty good laugh about that as I went to turn it on for him. He used clamps to help hold the 2 planks together and added more nails along the front edge. He then took the smaller side pieces and also glued and nailed them to the 1x10 inch board. Then he finished off the mantel by gluing and nailing the second 1x10 inch plank into place. As you can see, that created one big box that once stained and hung up will look like one big beam with no seams. Then he repeated this whole process on a smaller scale with the 1x8 inch planks and the 1x3 inch planks to create 4 floating shelves. It's the exact same idea here. Glue the 1x3 inch sides to the 1x8 inch top, starting with the front piece, then the side pieces, and nail it all into place to secure it. Then he finished it off by adding another 1x8-inch plank to complete the box. That left us with a shell of a shelf that had rough edges, minor gaps, and a couple nails sticking out. We fixed all of that by first cutting off the nails that were poking out, then puttying all the seams and sanding that smooth to leave us with a much more refined shelf that was ready for stain and top coat. This is what the mantle looked like once it had been sanded smooth, and now it's time to stain it. I will be using General Finishes gel stain in the color Nutmeg. I apply it liberally with a foam brush and keep clean shop towels nearby that I then use to wipe away the excess stain, which coincidentally is a great way of showing off how wobbly your makeshift workbench is. I repeated this on all of the sides until it was completely covered. We decided that one coat of stain gave us the color we were looking for, and this is what it looked like when I was all done. I then repeated this process with the shelves. All of the products that we used in this video will be linked for you down in the description. Lastly, we used General Finishes High Performance Top Coat in the sheen flat to finish the mantle and shelves. We did 3 coats of this top coat. And now comes the fun part. We headed to Allison's home to install everything. We started by removing the existing country-style mantle and got to work measuring out where to hang the new mantle. We created a support for the floating mantle out of 2x3s and held that up to mark out where we would anchor it into the brick. My dad then drilled into the brick fireplace and used concrete anchor bolts to secure the support piece to the brick. This was trickier than it sounds and took a couple of tries to get right, but once the support was secured to the fireplace, we slipped the floating mantle into place. We then secured the mantle to the support piece along the back edge using 1 1/4-inch screws. We then moved to measuring and installing the floating shelves on either side of the fireplace. The shelves each got a 1x1.5-inch custom cut support piece. And just the same as with the mantle, we slipped the shelf over the support piece and secured it into place from the top with screws. We repeated that same process for all 4 shelves and completed the installation. Lastly, it was time to style all of this for the aftershots. I started by adding a gold frame to the mantle as the big focal piece and complemented that with a big potted plant that was about half of the frame's height. To balance this on the other side of the mantle, I added some brass candlesticks, and I also added a little book to give some variation in the height. When I decorate, I start by putting items into place and step back to see how I like it. And typically, I don't have an audience while I'm styling.
I usually don't have an audience when I decorate.
I brought more decor than I needed to style the shelves so that I could play around and have lots of options. Again, my process was just putting things up and stepping back to see if it was balanced, yet varied and not too cluttered. My mom helped me bring in the last of the decor, which was the furniture that Allison was using in this space. Now that it is all done and styled, it is time for all of the before and after shots. Let's take it all the way back and show you the space before Allison and her husband Anthony had this family room renovated. This photo is from before Allison and Anthony replaced the built-ins with shiplap and had new floors put in. We love the updates that they made and are honored that we could help complete the whole look. We hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, a really great way of showing your support is giving this video a thumbs up and hitting that subscribe button so we can keep hanging out. But as always, I want to thank you for watching, and I hope that this inspired you to see your own home in a new light. Welcome back to our new YouTube channel. It's a new YouTube channel. It's a new YouTube channel. It's a new YouTube channel. Can the trucks outside calm down? Thank you. I can feel a hair, you know? I'm not saying too modern. I don't know. We are gonna update an outdated country mantle. Farmhouse mantle. There's an ad. Yeah, that's good. Am I cheesing it? I feel like I'm haming it really hard. That was really good. Low-key a professional. I'm basically a YouTube professional, and I need to keep filming. What else can I say? Let's just get into it. What else can I say?